Okay, I didn't hook up my mic right away, so I don't think you heard anything, but it was just the usual, we should be live, Discord notification. Okay, get the mic situated. Alright. Get chat up. Might end up being a pretty short stream, I don't know, but I kind of want to have the consistency for myself. Okay. Black Riot, welcome in. It's good to see you. Yeah, you just ended the stream. I hope your sanity didn't get drained by blueprints, was it? Yeah, it was. Too much? Let's see. Oh right. My sanity was drained last stream. And I still have this card. Too many puzzles and not enough feeties. Oh yeah, you're like you only have 57 steps or something before you're completely exhausted. My assumption about this card is it's like the outline or the outline of a chunk, and then maybe you click on the ball of yarn, maybe you click on whatever chunk looks like this. I don't know. But I have not found anything like that. Huh. Well, let's get a customer in here and hope it's not apocalyptic related. Edmund Bishop. Something bad is about to happen. No kidding. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a casselder to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. And now you're breaking that vow? But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. Cassandra. The eye of a Cassandra focuses the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mentic field, as one might expect, but rather the more mysterious selenic. Care should always be taken with any object of prophecy, and these are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the paths shown to them, and have been led to ruin. Lots of arrows to signify paths, I guess. Tree. What's the Selenic? Draco, welcome in. It's good to see you. Where's my... book on symbology. Let's see. Put that down. Okay, Selenic of the Moon. It's the DNA strand. And... yeah, okay, these are all Draric, not Selenic. Conveniently, since I was having so much trouble last time, these are all my Selenic ones that have not been identified, so I no longer have to check everything. Maybe the one that's... Cinder, welcome in. It's good to see you. Strong sense of being watched. eyes, focus the mind. I think it has to be this one, but I don't see like the connection. The fourth eye, a stone of sight. So maybe it's this one instead? Vibrates with energy. Bronze, smooth ridged. Huh. That is too much booty for me. Yeah. You've got arrows. Yeah, no. Everything is down there. Everything. It's gotta be this one, right? The eye of a Cassandra. The eyes. So 2 gemstones. But this has 2 eyes, so... I don't... It's stone of sight. The item features 2 malachite gemstones, stones of sight, or eyes. It produces a selenic field. Cool. Weaving edge. A weaving edge is used to enter the red night, a bloodthirsty state of mind. Oh. The handle should be made of wood. Alright. Customer! Gilbert Alms. There always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I have had nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Yes, there is. Not the spirit vault. Not a menthar. The Akumical? No. Maybe. Vinegar. Caustic purifier. Yeah, it's the caustic purifier. Customer Laviana Hawthorne. I have been researching ancient customs, particularly those related to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you are able to get your hands on a grist, I would be very interested in studying it further. A grist. I went past the G's, I'm sure. Grist. For the ritual of the broken path, a grist is heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the waxic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. Huh. So... surely this. It's got the fire. It's got confusion and paralysis. No, not maybe. Yeah, paralysis. Confusion and paralysis. That does not sound right. It is waxic, though. You know what? Let's just make up camp right here. I've got everything else. I can bring my waxes down there too. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Cinder. It's good to see you. I feel like I'm gonna be too hasty and wrong, but like it's got fire, it's got wax it. The item has soot on its lower half, which suggests it has been held over flame. It produces a waxic field. Okay, so who knows what confusion and paralysis is about? Makes an aura of unease. Superstition, it should not be used when the moon is full, but we don't know why. Okay. Hello, Leopold Morris. You don't look so good. There has been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a young man with his life ahead of him. I have come to prepare my sword. There was something about a basilisk. Wrong book. Yeah, here. Basilisk. A blade is drawn across the face of a forum 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. Dreher huntsmen and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk, as a foreman blade is the only known way to pierce its thick armor. Blade is drawn across the face of a forum 6 times. Okay. I'm a little confused. I might not have it yet, because I haven't done the card. Where did it? Right, let me check if I need the card. Yes, I already did that. Do I need to solve this card? Okay, I'm looking for something that might have looks like it drawn a blade across it several times. So I'm going to make that assumption that I have it around. this? Crisscross grooves. The creepy hand. Chills my blood to hold it. Okay. That card. I might just have to wait until I, like, get a hint on it. I can't... I don't know. Francesca Robertson. They've escaped. At first, my patrons grew agitated when I used the Guardian Siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or if perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately she changed back, and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I've no idea where they've gone. I mean, probably to the museum, to be honest. Okay. But this card, though. Also, what happens if I visit the museum? 11? Yeah, no. Same as before. Let's see. Alright, let's try and purge every single assumption about this card away, because oftentimes when I'm struggling with something, it's just something like I forgot fans existed, or I'm not seeing the title card instead of like the things underneath the title card. Okay. Got crisscrossing. You've got a ball of yarn. It can be cat. You know, we know where we rescued Jupiter from, I guess. There's bones. There's... Could be like a river. We don't have rivers, do we? It could be like the path of one of these. You go down. You go down. You go like around. I don't know. Like, you can't... Oh? Down. Around. Down. Here. Ha! It worked! Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault, to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carefully on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first, the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface to take a closer look. Okay, we've got a cracked pot out of that. And a perception and smell has nothing. Engraved detailing. That's an element. But which element? It's either earth or wind. This is the wrong book. Air is up facing, earth is down facing. This is earth. That is... Earth. Shape of it, just... And you go with these guys. Yeah. End the day, I guess. Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb the capillular power that had leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. Yeah, I told you, don't store all the dark artifacts together. Why? So it sounds like it took its power from other dark artifacts to get powerful enough to do this stuff. That's definitely a gravestone. Or not. What? Good morning, Jupiter. Huh. Ah! I have an idea. Give me that card. What do you... Come on. That's the one. And then... Okay. Here's a half moon. Is it on the right sides? Dark and light, yes, yes. Yeah, I think it's this one. That was cool. I like that one. The air is stifling in the darkness, and the claustrophobia of the tunnels almost overwhelm me, but I press on. I remind myself that there are few who venture down here, which means the chances of an interesting find are higher. It doesn't take long for my search to bear fruit. Ugh. I found a skeleton knife thing. Oak. I remember something recently saying it was gonna be made the handle of oak. Gold. It's a gold knife. Okay. And it's a kind of a pendant. And that's these ones. Okay, customer. Thaddeus White. The Witherant was a terrible idea. I've only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket. I learned that it was a dark article. Yep. I should have brought it to Eli right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. Oh, you moron! I'm a collector of things. It seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but I see now how naive that was. You wanted to collect evil artifacts? This casket is far more dangerous than anything I have come across before. And now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Either I need to keep them out of the museum or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of its secret places. Dread Viviant Lumia. This guy. What an idiot. A Dread Vivia is the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts. It can siphon the power away from oneself for a time. The power rising off of a Dread Vivian is subtle, but noticeably invigorating. These objects represent the balance of life and death, of good and evil, of hope and despair. So that would probably be bringing it here. And, a Lumia, also called a moon pool, or Heart of Tranquility, harnesses the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. There is a superstition amongst thermostats that says a Lumia should not be used when the moon is full. Is not knowing where this idea came from. I don't think this is gonna help much. I mean, they're black-eyed creatures whose sole purpose is to open this casket. And was an aura of unease going to, like, solve anything? TF? That's my job? I don't know what you're talking about, Cinder. Yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention when you said it. Okay, but this... Black-eyed children? Black-eyed people. Not children. Lots of adults. So... This, I think, is the, Lumia. I don't want to use it, but... Oh, collecting cursed objects is your job. Oh, Cinder, don't do that. Don't be this guy. There we go. So, the Dreaded Vivian is probably a better choice. Why not? Because there's black-eyed people looking to start the apocalypse now. And guess where that came from? Collecting evil artifacts. Of course, bringing it here is going to attract all those people here, but we have lots of cursed artifacts to use on them, so... Subtle but noticeably invigorating. Represents the balance of life and death, of good and evil, of hope and despair. Balance. Noticeably invigorating. Maybe. of sight. It's not really good and evil. We've got the evil, but do we got the good? Balance of life and death. Noticeably invigorating. I'm gonna try this, honestly. Okay, it's not that. Okay, life and death. Well, what was it again? Dread Vivian. Power rising off of it. Gives me goosebumps. That could be noticeably invigorating. Faint would be the feel it emits. It's not really a balance though. Oops. Really? Yeah, I need to make a choice. Shows two opposing concepts, life and death. Did I lose an artifact? I don't think so. These should all be solved. So it's just these. No life and death. That's, I think, is the other thing. This isn't really life and death. Flower and a skull, life and death. The concept of balance is reflected in the design. The skull death and the flower life. Closer inspection reveals the power the item exudes. Does it really exude a power? May I ask what kind of music you jam to? I like Aviators. I haven't listened to their newer albums, but I listened to the older ones more. Well, I can send you a link in the Discord if you want. Darkness to light, fear to joy. That sounds useful. Light of caution. That's not power. It doesn't exude power. It's just unusual. Oh, okay. In the sense of in the touch. Got it. Oh, right, that. The thing I'm not gonna do unless I have literally no other choice. David Chaffer, the mailman. There's an uneasy quiet in town today. There aren't many people out and about. I'm headed straight home as soon as I'm done with my deliveries. I have recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You are welcome to them if they are of any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Give me the books. Library? Woodsworth Library 26. Which one's across the street? Guys, there's so many things across the street. Well, maybe... Woodworth's Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge. Its shelves well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. The librarian, Simon, sits at the desk, her focus fixed on her work. As always, I found some old books that dig into the history of strange antiquities, she said without looking up. It's very old, you know. I'll be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful. It does not help me directionalize myself. There's 1, 2, there's 3. There's like 4 or 5 or 6. Well, that's not across the street, so there's 3. Maybe 4. Ransom Street versus Princess Street. Guess we start losing sanity. Wasting my time. There's not like another library, is there? No, I don't think so. Wrong place. Prepare to get the dice out. Several of the scrolls look promising, but they are written in the Dredic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona was around, I'm sure she could translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. I have a Babyleria. What are you talking about? It could translate the language of the gods. Oh, okay, you are asking for that. Got a little hasty there. The effects of the Babylia makes my head spin, and I close my eyes tight for a moment as my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I find that I can read them, though it takes some effort, and I feel drained as I reach the end. Thanks, Cinder. Have a good day. I appreciate you. Alleged that a water's shadow can be used to pass through solid matter. Huh. Yeah, thank you, Cinder. With all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked the worst tweak possible to lose my Bretic charm. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. A powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection. A powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, and wisdom in times of uncertainty. It wields the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the Wiccan triple goddess. Protection, darkness, wisdom. Well, hope, protection, wisdom. Which sign? Okay, triple goddess. That's this. Two moons and you. It's kind of the sign of the triple goddess. Now, anything else? The gems, maybe? Did it say it's field? I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah. This item resembles the symbol of the triple goddess. Okay, they didn't want me to go any deeper anyways. A vessel of the earth used in various Druidic rituals. Allular or whatever. Eli White. Yeah, your brother is having things. I'm sorry, I did not intend to be away for so long. I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. An apocalypse is happening. I have learned a lot from my time in Oxford. There is a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nearlian Casket. Yep, your brother has it. And now you're telling me that my foolish hat of a brother has it in his museum this whole time? Yes. Yes. I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. We will need to create a pillar of Crassus. From what I gathered, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Great. Great. Leaving me to deal with the apocalypse. A pillar of crosses is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it is the safest way to destroy powerful dark particles. It can only be produced at a place of significant thermic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. With Cochin light, the strong will be made weak, and the dark will be made light. I mean, it sounds cool, but do you have to talk in riddles? I mean, we got an apocalypse over here, you know? Coven's might... Crosses, a pillar of crosses. Did I not read about that recently? Huh. I swear I got something. And it had something like that. It's not known where the strange voices that emanate from a bloodbath originate, but there are some who believe they are the voices of the nameless gods. That might be Bloodbeck. It's got weird voices. What? You think I'm the chosen one? Not that. Light of Crochet. They are objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light and fear to joy. Noctic. So... I might... Wait, those are Waxic. What was a Noctic field? Was it like this? No. Oh, there was the artifact that had... Well, I don't know. Let's just get out our thing. Not quite right. Here we go. Okay. These were the Noctic ones then. I've horribly spelled that. T instead of K, or just take the K out entirely. Yeah. The amphibian heart were snake people, so I think it might actually be this. A stone of night and darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. That can turn darkness to light, fear to joy. Yeah. Now, can only be produced at places of significant thermic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. Align the opposing powers as opposing compass points. The strong will be made weak, and the dark will be made light. Are you not the weakness one? Let's see. Opposing compass points, up and down. We have the eye as one. There's the pit. I don't know what those star things there are. There was another. The bleak stones. And the eye, opposing compass points. The bleak stones stand in their circle in quiet defiance of time, once home to witchcraft and ritual, now abandoned, silent, and still like the surrounding lake. There's magic here, I can feel it, but nothing left for me to uncover. Maybe we have to wait. It's a strange arrangement of rocks resembling the Stonehenge site, but on a smaller scale, arranged with purpose, though what that purpose was remains a mystery. The locals call it the Eye. There's nothing else to see here. Okay, customer, I guess. Isabella Stowe. I've had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now I have felt tired and frail. Then today I found something that horrified me. Beneath my bed, I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. I don't know who has done this to me, but all I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. Fortunes? Whether by exertion or a hex, restore the strength. Yeah. I kind of like how they're testing our knowledge by not telling us what they're asking for. Susan Hill. I would like a bloodbeck. The nameless ones are restless. I am ready to hear their voices. Yeah, she is an initiate. The Umphium Talon. Initiate of the League of the Emptying Heart. That you can see the telltale scar. Okay. You want a bloodbeck, huh? Oh, hey, I identified that. It was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It is not known where the strange voices that emanate from a bloodbeck originated, but there are some who believe it. They are the voices of the nameless gods. You. The design of the item and the Vivianite gemstone suggest a connection to death. Closer inspection reveals the whispering within. Crocia. These are used to call on the guile and wisdom of the goddess Crochin. She is a goddess of the earth, creation, and rebirth. It is maintained by some that these are not objects of power, but they exude an imposing aura that is hard to explain. I kind of just read that randomly. No reason. Okay. Thaddeus White. Did you bring the casket? I went to move the casket, but it's gone. Oh dear. What do we do? I heard Eli is back in town, but he hasn't come to see me, and if he's not here, then I don't know where to find him. Oh god, what do we do? Oh. We go to sleep, apparently. We don't do anything. We don't find it. We just go to sleep? What? Oh no! Why? I don't think I can do this yet. Jupiter, protect us. Give us wisdom and... I don't know, but... Last day... It festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so it might open itself. The casket wanted to be opened. Oh god, I was not expecting that. One last card. Books. I lie below books and scrolls on the historic and the arcane. Huh. First thought is the castle's library. Oh. That's the tower we're not supposed to go into. It could be either of those, though. I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. Well, the symbol maybe? Saturn. Maybe not. There's that weird symbol. I don't think it's one that I can identify, though. There's this library. 26. Not really the esoteric and the... an arcane, though, is it? I mean, yeah, there is somewhat. below books and scrolls. Not relevant. Okay. Maybe we can hear about the contents of this library. Esoteric and arcane. Okay. Entering the library, I am drawn to the dark alcove round to the right, bearing the title words? Okay. Entering the library, I am drawn to a dark alcove round to the right, bearing the title Esoteric and Arcane. I'm sure there is much to learn here, but sadly, a cursory glance is all I have time for today. Piled up on a reading desk, I find books on archaeology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books they read. Does this tell me what part of the library it is? This corner, maybe? Oh. That would be here? No, maybe it's the Jupiter room? Okay. There's the tower here, so that's farthest from the tower. So this. And you slide it over, line it up with the tower. It's this room. Maybe that room. It's not that room. Okay, I've got nothing. This game kind of reminds me of a show called Gravity Falls. Very mysterious. I feel like I've heard about that show several times and I don't know what it's about or what it looks like. Am I writing things up wrong? Maybe it's this room? Okay. Tarot reader. Solve all the clue cards. Nice. As I open the door, I am hit by the musty smell of damp. This room hasn't been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment and old books, but underneath the debris, I find something of interest. Ooh. That's interesting. Yeah, lining up things. I'm bad at estimation, so. A turquoise gemstone. Driftwood. Interesting. And you are? You belong with these ones. Okay. Selenic, I believe. Eli White. The museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of Strange Antiquities vaults. Okay, good. Good. It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Okay. candle that gives off no light, an anchor that has never touched the ocean, a finger but not of flesh. Let's, just put this away from prying eyes. Mailman! The lake has turned black! Uh-oh. As omens go, I'd say this is probably quite a bad one. But the mail won't deliver itself. I have appreciation for this guy. David Chaffer, I hope you live a long and happy life. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleestone Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. It feels all too presquint as we hurtle towards winter and a terrible, unknowable fate. Fear. Insanity? No, this was fear. This was fear because it's on the ask. Hey, they want us to go... Autumn, okay. Back to the library, really? No, rising in winter. What? Okay, there is a place. I searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash papers. To my dismay, they are largely the scrawls of a madman, but in amongst the nonsense, there is some valuable information. These simple items supposedly grant a low level of protection against the elements, but this author has personally become soaked to the bone in one too many downpours to trust those claims. They are made from metal, typically bronze or island. A storm ward. I appreciate that. Barton Potter. I have discovered the missing piece of the puzzle. There is an ancient shrine to the nameless gods at the skull of Bencathra. It seems humanity tried worshipping them once long ago, before we learned how little they cared for us. We must take the casket there. Whatever happens, we must not allow it to be opened. Sorry, don't know where the casket is. It's not a bad option. It's certainly not as bad of an option as this one. It's very interesting. It seems like we have 3 options to end the game. But I want to do the Pillar of Carlosis. I will do the Nameless Gods before this one, however. Not pledging my life to Hulgar. Eli White. It's time to end this. Now. Bring the casket to the pit. Okay. The pit, huh? We're bringing it to the pit. Can I get some ID? Okay. Need to find the casket and decide what to do with it. What do you think, Jupiter? Candle that gives off no light. An anchor that has never touched the ocean. A finger but not of flesh. Candle that gives off no light. An anchor that has never touched the ocean. An anchor. Anchor of the mind. But what was that called? Shadow anchor. I don't know what that looks like. It might be a pendant. Guys. Okay, what's the other one? A finger, but not of flesh. A finger, but not of flesh. I've got several finger-like things around. Falling apart. I mean, I got hands. They have fingers. Is it supposed to be a finger, or is it just... What? What? Witch's finger? I never identified this one. Maybe it's not made of flesh. Witches' fingers are said to be the severed digits of the witches of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cursed some and finished off others. High Green Church, home of the witch. Let me visit the High Green Church. High Green Church. An old yew tree stands. So, wood, yew, I suspect. This is a witch's finger. A finger, but not of flesh. An anchor that has never touched the ocean. So it's a shadow anchor, but where is my shadow anchor? Shadow anchor. I love these vaults. Remember. Okay, have to get back to work. They need your skills. Yeah. Nice to see you, Draco. Have a good day at work. Remember, you are the chosen one. Alright, okay. Blackened wood, gold. A complex feeling comes over me. It's both horrifying and yet compelling. You know what has occurred to me? Oh, it's just more of a curiosity. If I poked at this, could I open the casket? I'm not doing it, but could I? The pit. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. This is a site of thermic convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. And finally, we need the light of Cochin to bind them. Okay, this is strength. And Ambra might be weakness. This music is rocking. No, it's Witherance. Strength and weakness. What directions are we supposed to putting them at? Strength and weakness. Light and darkness. Light and darkness? Crochin's light in the middle. Light of Crochin. Light and darkness. Maybe Terebrian cloak? For darkness? Ah. Panic. This is amazing music, though. I really hope it's not copyrighted, because, yeah, I don't want to have to edit that out. Where's the tease? The tease. Terebrian cloak. Enshrouding darkness that cloaks all within its reach. Darkness. What's the light, though? Oh, it would be the... Oh god, what was that? We used it. No. We use the light to purify the darkness in the catacombs. Where is it? I don't remember what it's called at all. Maybe light. Maybe just find the light section. Sunbond. Okay, strength and weakness, light and darkness, align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. With Crochan's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. Strength and weakness, light and darkness, Crochan's light. Eli inspects my worth. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The raven cloaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there is a reply, and then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. I love their art. Quickly now, they're here. I spin round to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their face at this distance in the low right, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hand, such a small thing, and yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be opened. Suddenly it feels inevitable. Don't do it! The casket, now! I'm not sure I want to give it to him. Wax it. Why would I give him anything else? Wax it cord? What are you talking about? Oh, so I could freeze him. I'm not gonna submit to the casket. No, get this thing out of here. The wave of intoxicating power rushes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket, and together we begin activating the items arranged around the pit. Working as fast as we can, it still takes longer than we'd like. And when I look up again, the Thermotredge has fear in his eyes. We're too late. The mob is upon us. One of them grabbed Eli and tried to wrestle the casket from his hands. I rush across to help him, but it's no use. They're all around us. The man tears the casket free, and it clatters to the floor, skittering towards the edge of the pit before coming to rest on the precipice. A gray-haired woman stoops to pick it up, and I'm surprised to find that I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. Get mad, Verona! Save us! The mob cheers, but Verona turns toward me, and I'm no longer afraid. Her eyes are ringed with darkness, but they are not black. Back from the dead. She winks at me and throws the casket into the pit. At the same moment, Eli activates the light of Crochan. Time stands still, and there is a rush and a roar as a swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The casket is sent soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until, with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces, and there is nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. Destroy the casket, reach an ending. had the good ending. It has been a few weeks since the casket was destroyed, but I am still riding high on the elation and relief from that night. Everything seems to come together right when it needed to, and somehow we avoided a terrible catastrophe. Those who were under the casket's spell were released almost immediately. They remembered nothing from their ordeal, but there seemed to be no lingering ill effect, and Dr. Robertson said they have all made a full recovery. It is rare for Eli to express much emotion, but even he congratulated me on my strength and resolve in the face of such darkness. He too felt the allure of the casket and was worried that it would overwhelm me. He told me with a hint of pride that I would make a fine Thermitage. Yeah, thanks. Okay, Okay, Eli Wright, alive, proud of your abilities as a Thermitage. Veronica Green, alive, she found the strength to resist the casket. Ending 1, a catastrophe avoided, the casket has been destroyed and Undermere is safe again. Rebecca Rose, alive, she is able to paint again and is enjoying the quiet life. Baron Potter, alive, glad that everything turned out well, even if you did ignore his plan. Edmund Bishop, alive, he stayed at Castle Gleestone and weathered the storm. Francesca Robertson, alive. She is glad that her patients recovered, but saddened by the one she could not save. Bonnie Robertson, insane. Her thoughts are scattered after being sliced with the diverging hook. She tried to steal my cat. She deserves this. Audrey Bell, deceased. Murdered by her own bloodthirsty followers when the casket was not opened. Jack Hungerford, insane. He never recovered after falling deeper into the trance. His mind is forever broken. Who were you? Were you the one that I needed to, freeze? I don't know. Thaddeus White, alive. He is ashamed of the part he played. Right, the brother. Simon Green, alive. Ready for a new challenge. Jupiter, rescued. Fully recovered from his catnapping ordeal. I wish I could pet him in this. Yeah, we got the good ending. The only people who suffered is the catnapper, the cult leader, and this poor guy I don't know who is, but was probably innocent. Cute emote, Black Riot. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I really loved this game. It was better than Strange Horticulture, and I repeat again, not because there was anything wrong with Strange Horticulture. Strange Horticulture was great. But this was just better. They improved, which is rare for a sequel. They built on it so much that, they built on the story, they built on the art, they built on the main process of identification without destroying the original, way of doing things. Yeah, this was great. And then I think it's just identifying the things that haven't been identified yet. Now, do I want to do that right now, or... Okay, we're probably gonna have a very short stream if I don't do it, but I think this is a good place to leave it. Well, I don't know. I'm still kind of thrilled. I don't necessarily want to put my mind on anything else, but I don't necessarily want to end either. Yeah, that was awesome. And it seems like I had four options of ending it. Like, I could have submitted to the casket. I could have, done the ritual that Audrey Bell gave me. I could have given the casket to the nameless gods. And it seems like these options would have been opened and successful depending on what you did. You know, I've been curious about this thing for a while. I should not have come here. Got it. I mean, I kind of expected that before, but like... Now? Don't I get anything? Can't I hear about it? Okay. Yeah, okay. We're gonna call it a day. We're gonna be coming back just to identify the rest of them, but that probably won't take long. Oh. I quit instead of going to menu. Oh well, you guys just don't get to see the cool ending thing. Yeah. Yeah. See you next stream. It was good seeing you. And I'm glad you enjoyed. Dansky's on. He is playing Valheim with Unvoxin, Low, and Mad Hat, probably. Possibly Radical, too. Where is that? Rating. Yeah, follow me if you want to find me again. Strange Holoculture has its own thing on has its own series on YouTube. I move all my VODs to YouTube, so where I opened the wrong thing. That's why I can't find anything. Yeah, I notify Discord when I go live. Yeah. Following. And Dansky. Alright. This has been a great stream. And I appreciate everybody who showed up. I appreciate anybody who lurked and anybody who watches it later. I really like streaming. Tomorrow is my rest day. But after that, I'll probably be streaming again. I've kind of like... I'm kind of playing it by instinct, but after 3 days of streaming in a row, I have to take a rest day. So tomorrow is my rest day. Yeah. Start raid. Alright. I'll see everyone again another time. Bye!
Naked run of the heavens. Opal! How you doing? Thank you for the raid. How's Strange Antiquities going? Howdy! What's going on, Flack Riot? It's good to see you. Just collecting my miserable carcass. Nope, never mind. I'm getting attacked by a ghost. Where's my body? Hi, Opal. You beat the apocalypse? Holy crap. With antiques?
With trinkets.
Hell yeah. Wait, shoot, that's the secret?
Yeah, just a bunch of knickknacks.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad you beat the game. That's not a small feat. And I'm excited because now I can play the game.
Bet you did it all without poisoning half the town.
It wasn't half the town. It was one judge. And a cop. Woohoo! Hell yeah. I'm very excited for that. I'm bored. on my corpse. Where art thou? There we are. Let's actually hit this guy with my brand new sword. Most everyone. Oh my god. Almost everyone lived. That's awesome. That is a feat I cannot claim towards. And leave a wake, if you will. Welcome, everyone. We're doing Valheim. We're trying to tame the swamp. I got our first iron weapon. I'm working towards getting more iron stuff. I just need to not die. Gotta be smart about this. Gotta remember my roots. No leeches.
Yo, leeches, buzz off.
I know, right? Hey, 1-star Draugr is no joke. Get away from me! I just want the iron scrap. The cult leader got killed by his own people, and 2 people are insane, but one of those is a catnapper, so really only 1 casualty. Exactly!
Here's to the stop that never stopped. To the flavor that found its way into everything. From just one spot to America's #1 spot for wings. This isn't just a meal. It's an arrival. Wingstop is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, twice yearly.
Oh, fuck. I never stopped stream again, damn it. That's a bad habit. Well, bye, VOD watchers. Appreciate you.